Hey guys, this is going to be an advanced CFOP walkthrough solve. It's somewhat advanced because I'm going to show you how to do like a half OLL skip, but then I also don't know much of PLL, so it's like part of it's advanced OLL, but like just beginner PLL, and my camera is not in the right positioning. There we go. So let's do a hand scramble. All right, so let's just do white to make it less complicated. Okay, so we're gonna make our cross. Now what I actually do is normally I put F2Ls in while I'm making the cross, so that by now I would have the first two layers done and OLL done. But this is a walkthrough solve, so I'm going to show you the cross first. So then we're going to put in our F2Ls, and then this F2L, and then this goes in like that, and then this piece right here. Now we have to pay extra attention to this part because this is our last F2L, and this last F2L is what you use to do the part OLL skip. So you're going to take this edge and you're going to use this edge to go into it to replace this yellow and green edge. And then what you're going to do is you're going to move the yellow piece away so that it's making like a hook thing. And then there are two ways to insert a F2L. There's that way, but that will only keep us with a bar. But if we do this way, it'll give us a cross. So then we just have to do the rest of OLL, and then PLL right here, and it is solved. So let's try that one more time. I'll try to use some different examples for the OLL skip. Let's use yellow, F2L right there, green piece right there. Okay, so we have a little bit of the cross, one F2L, and then what I want to do is I want to find this orange and green piece, which is going to be right there. And the good part about this is, since I don't have an edge right here, I'm free to do something like this to put the F2L in. But now I see that I have this piece, so I'm going to swap that in right there. Now this is an interesting part. If you for whatever realize that green is a lot better than yellow, then you can actually switch now to the green cross, which is something that I want to do. So we're going to put in the green F2L, and then it looks like we might get a cross skip already. Yeah, we already did. So then I do notice a bar right here, so what I could do is that little way of solving it, but I think that I want to keep a bar, and we have a much easier PLL now. It's just a simple J-perm, and the cube has been solved. Let's try another hand scramble. Hopefully we can get like a more difficult OLL cross case so that I can show you more things. But like, all you really gotta know is that when you have an edge piece that you want to put in, you just have to push it into the top layer and then move the top layer, and it's that simple, really. OLL skips are super easy to force, and you just saw me do it right there. Even I have a white piece right here that needs to go right here, so I just did that, and if I did that, I wouldn't have the same case. So I have a half cross now. That's what I call it, a half cross. So then I noticed that this yellow piece is here, but it needs to go right there. So I'm gonna do this. And then I noticed that there's a hook right here, so I want to preserve this hook. So I'm gonna move that. And we still have the hook there. Now that we do have the hook, it does kind of make sense that this, I forget which one I did. One of these F2Ls I did this way. That was kind of useless because it's just a hook now. So there's one way I could do this, or I could take a gamble, do this, and then do this, and now I have a half cross. Now, honestly, right here, I would just do a J-perm, safest way to keep a cross right there. Finish OLL and then PLL. So let's do another hand scramble. You know, I think I'm gonna use slightly wide angle so that I can actually, like, you guys can see the majority of, I don't want to get my tripod in view. Okay, because I keep doing like this, like, yeah, I'm gonna just, this is gonna be my new lens. 0.8 is my new lens. Although this camera quality is worse. Okay, I think I'm gonna continue with this and then just try not to go way up here. Easy hook for the first cross right there. And then I noticed that this right here, when you have a case like this where this is in the right spot relative to this piece, and then you have an F2L that's not really an F2L, but it needs to go right here. Instead of doing this, okay, apparently you can do that. I mean, it's the same thing really. My mind is blown. I just discovered something on camera. Okay, so now you'll want to put this white one right here. Seriously, how did I not know that? That's weird. F2L, yes, orange and blue, move it back, make sure that aligns so that you have this piece. We want to put this little white piece up here. We're gonna move it this way, double turn, and then put it in that way. My mind is still blown. I don't know how I didn't realize this. F2L input, and then another F2L. Finish up OLL. And this is the double T-perm case that I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting scramble right here. It's not interesting, it's just easy. I feel like I don't even have to commentate on what's gonna happen on this one. Oops, I messed up right there. That's fine now. Yeah, I put it in the wrong slot too. Man, I'm really bad at Rubik's Cubes. Okay, so we have a bar right here. So I'm going to begin this F2L, and then I'm going to finish making it. I'm gonna move this to the side so that I can move this piece over here, do a double move and pull it back down, and then I can do this, and then I remember that there's a 2x2x1 right here. So I solve it like that, and it is a J-perm again. Hand scramble again. And what do we want to do? I feel like we've been doing white a lot. Let's do orange. I never really do orange. Orange is not a fun color to look at, so I don't do orange that much. So we're gonna do a cross. You guys all know how to make a cross, I'm sure. And then white and yellow. Make the little F2L so you can move it to the side, and then place it back from behind. And then I see this right here can go in. Now I do take note that we only have a hook right now. We had a bar when I was about to put that in, but now we have a half cross, dude. This method's so easy. F2L, half cross, J-perm, and then it's gonna be a cross again. So do that OLL, and then do the PLL, and that's essentially it. So let's look at this in more detail now. All right, so for this I have to go in wide angle, so the camera quality is going to be a little bit worse. But let's review every possible case for this method. Now keep in mind, I did invent this method, so there might be some secret case that I just haven't discovered yet, but let's go from the hardest to the easiest. So for this case right here, we have no edges corresponding with the center. So what are we gonna do? Well, we see that the white edge is right here, so we have to push this over here and then move that way and then put that back in. So now we have a hook. So with the hook, not the hook, this is like a half bar right here. I don't know why I said hook. So we want to change this into a full hook. So but with that move, and what we did basically is we just simply put it into the bottom layer, or in this case the top layer, if you want to get all technical, and then we put it out of the way. So there are technically two types of hooks. So right here, there is the one where all you have to do is insert it right there like this. But then there's also this type of hook where what you have to do is you have to put another white edges in to make a half cross, and then you can just insert it normally and then you have a cross. So let's review that again. Right here we have a half bar, so we want to move this white piece into it, move it over, and now we have a normal hook where we can insert it, and now we have a normal cross. Next up is the bar. So we want to put the F2L in front of where we want to put it, as long as the white piece can move up. So we want to move the white piece up so that it's facing up, corresponding with the white center. Double move, and then do this, do the setup move back, and then insert it normally again. And then this one is a really easy one. All you have to do is just put it in, and that's with the half cross.